It's unfortunate we couldn't pull that game out. So you'd like to separate yourselves from them and really be sitting pretty, knowing you're getting a lot of guys back and you're going to get even better. But it didn't happen, so we're moving on. And we know from the past that we still have every opportunity to probably win the East. We know South Carolina's got a couple tough games, but as long as we take care of our business, there's a great opportunity we may still be in Atlanta.
You had a chance to hang 50 points on South Carolina on the road in the rain, and you're averaging 40 points a game. You're completing 70% of your passes. I mean, how do you evaluate just you, Hutson Mason, leading this offense overall? It's been pretty decent.
I think it's been, I would say decent is a pretty good word. I think you would, I think I would like to see maybe a little better job of us quarterbacks and receivers throwing the ball downfield a little better. But we did do a little better job of that in the second game. But no turnovers, which is a great thing. High completion percentage. Just hasn't been real pretty, So I think, like I said, I don't have an answer for it. All I can say is we're working on it. But somehow we're still hanging up, averaging 40 points a game versus 2 top 25 opponents. So whatever we're doing, we're doing it pretty good. And, it may not be 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 250 rushing yards, but, we're putting up over 400 yards of total offense in both games. And so whatever it takes to win is really the most important thing. And I think, our pass game is going to get better.
When you talk about the intermediate game, how do you define that, and how do you think you guys are doing in that regard?
I think we're doing pretty good in the intermediate game. I think we just got to be able to stretch the ball downfield, make, a deep ball is not a very high percentage throw, so you don't really want to live on throwing the ball downfield, but I think you need defenses to honor that they can't stack the box. And, we got the guys that do that right now. We just got to do it a little more and execute it more.
That scripted first series obviously worked out really good. McKenzie would be nice, I guess, as he is in the program longer to grasp more of the offense and be able to use him more.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. He's one of the fastest guys we got on offense. He's kind of limited right now, still trying to really learn the offense, so he can only do specific things. But he's a great weapon, and we feel like whether it's him in the backfield, throwing him a screen, throwing him a bomb down the field, if we can get the ball in his hands, he can do the rest, as you've seen.
Not to keep, the old fan, why don't y'all do this more? But I remember y'all did the back shoulder thing pretty well your last 2 games last year, especially with Conley and Georgia Tech game comes to mind. Is that something that you feel like y'all need to hit a little bit more too?
Well, back shoulder really is a, it's really just a fade route, and you really only throw fade routes versus man coverage. And South Carolina, we thought, was going to play a lot of man coverage in the red zone, but both times we got down there, they ended up playing something different than we really had watched on film. They had shown a little bit of it on film, but not as much as we expected. We thought they were going to do a little something different. So, they were playing some cover 2 type defense, so you can't really throw a back shoulder fade against that type of defense. But, when we start playing teams that play man-to-man in the red zone, there will be that opportunity. So it'll definitely be there.
This was your first game as a starter on the road in the SEC, and I think a lot of people kind of overlook that you still put up 35 points despite not coming out on this side, but winning side. But how does that help your confidence knowing there's going to be more atmospheres like that down the road?
Yeah, I think, all last week it was, haven't thrown a touchdown pass in 10 years in Williams-Brice. We've gone over there and laid an egg for the past so-and-so years. And we went over there and, really should have put up 48 points. You like your chances when you're scoring 48 points. I don't care if you're at home or away. So there's a lot to be proud of. There's just some little things we got to fix. And there's some calls that really didn't go our way that we felt, really weren't the greatest calls in the world. So, it's just one of those games where no matter what you did, whether you felt it was right or wrong, it just didn't go your way. Sometimes that's the way the ball bounces. Really all we needed was one call to go our way, or, one better decision, one one more field goal, just really one more thing, whatever it was, and we would have got out of there with a win. It may not have been pretty, but we would have got out of there with a win. But, like at the end of the day, I think Coach Spurrier said it pretty well. Some days it's just meant for them to win. It's meant for us to win, and they won. So
I know Cobb County is pretty intense in their football. But was that the most crazy hostile environment you've ever been in? Obviously.
Yeah, they probably didn't have.
I know.
yeah, it beats the Lassiter-Walton rivalry.